Can you ring the bells, please? They've already ring the bell. Good morning, councillors. May we please take your seats? Are you okay? So what is the plan? Good morning, councillors. Can we take our seats, please? Councillors. Am I audible? Am I audible? Can we all take our seats, please? Is Councillor Andrew here? Councillor Andrew, are you here? Ward 33, Councillor. Am I audible? Okay. Ward 33, Councillor. Councillor Andrew. 83. Councillor Andrew from Ward 83. Councillor Andrew, can you approach, please? Good morning. How are you? When we are done here, can you pop into my office before you go? About the correct person that we get to call Ward 83. Yes. Yes, there's a complaint that came from the residents, which I want to discuss with you. Okay, thank you very much, councillors. We are a quorum. Thank you very much. Can you please take your seats? Please take your seats. Thank you very much, Honorable Alderwomen, Aldermen, and councillors. Due notice was given of this special council meeting. We are a quorum, and I therefore declare this meeting duly constituted. I trust that you have all signed the attendance register for this meeting. Kindly note that it is of critical importance that you sign the attendance register. If you do not sign the attendance register, you will be marked as absent from this meeting in the minutes. May we now begin with our special council meeting by observing a moment of silence in prayer or meditation, please. Thank you. Your Worship Executive Mayor, the Deputy Executive Mayor, Honorable Chief Kekan and his entourage, Honorable Chief Mashangu, and his entourage, members of the Mayoral Committee, leader of the Executive Business, Chief Whip of Council, Chair of Chairs, Chairpersons of Section 79 committees, leaders of all political parties represented in Council, honorable councillors, officials, members of the media, esteemed City of Tshwane residents, and the public, I welcome you all to this special council meeting. Honorable councillors, let me also officially welcome councillors Novena Abigail Pillay with a new elected DAPR councillor, and Oscar. Thank you. And Oscar Alfias Ramadodo Maulus, the newly elected Action SAPR councillors. I would like to ask for those two councillors to rise, please. Can you rise? Councillor who's sitting there at the gallery, come into the chamber. We have received a letter from IEC. We know that you are a councillor. Come in. Okay, let me say, thank you very much. Let me say these two councillors will be sworn in today at 1 o'clock in the boardroom of the Office of the Speaker. They will be sworn in at 1 o'clock. Bring him in. Bring him in. He must sit down. He's not invited here. He's elected. Thank you. Thank you and congratulations and welcome in the City of Tshwane Metropolitan. Thank you. Application for leave of absent, honorable councillors, for purpose of informing council in as far as leave of absence for councillors from this special council meeting is concerned. I will now call on the Chief Whip of Council to present to council the approved leave of absence of councillors. Chief Whip.
Speaker, the following councillors have been approved in line with our city processes in inquiring leave of absence. Patricia Munisi, EFF, Organization Work. Leof Leshabane, EFF, Organization Work. Buitumelo Raswete, EFF, Organization Work. Elmanel, DA, Vacation Leave. I see Temba Fosia, but he was on the list, but I will jump it because Temba is here. Katla Homatebe, DA, Vacation Leave. Sendi Mutale, DA, Family Responsibility Leave. Saki Deploy, FF Plus, Vacation Leave. Thank you, Speaker. The list is submitted.
Thank you very much, Chief Whip. Let's move to C. Yes, Chief Whip of the DA.
Sorry, Speaker, maybe the Chief Whip forgot to mention also Elmanel from the Democratic Alliance is on leave, as well as Quinton Mayer, still on vacation leave, and Councillor Mihlapi Zuma is asked to arrive late at 10:30. Thanks.
Thank you very much, Councillor.
Thank you, Speaker. Speaker, I think the Chief also forgot to mention Granny Tennyson. also on vocational leave. Avi Erasmus, Renault, Jans van Rensburg, Saki deploy. And we have from our side 4 members that are going to leave early. Those members are Diane Harmsa, Peter Meyer, Mark Surgeon, and Anne-Marie Spark.
That list was submitted, no?
Yes, on time.
Okay.
Thank you, Speaker.
Thank you, Speaker, and apologies. Also, Councillor Fosu, we just received a message now. He's not well. Councillor Fosu,
Noted. That must go to the Chief Whip. Thank you for noting us. Deputy Chief Whip.
No, Speaker, thank you very much. All those names is noted, but let's follow the procedure. Because we got all whips in all different parties. What I read here is what I've received in my office, and it's approved. So we are not going to change the system of the council so that everyone can come say, no, Sam Mashola is not here just because of this. I just take all those who are approved here. The other one will discuss it outside, but not in the council. Thank you.
Thank you very much. So that means let's submit all the lists, even if you receive it in the morning of the council meeting, just submit them. It is always good when they are read by the Chief Whip. And we have noted, Councillor, is it Kosi? Okay. Thank you very much. Can we then move on? Honorable Councillors, a casual vacancy had occurred in council as a result of the resignation of Councillor LKP Mulodo as a DA PR Councillor. Honorable Councillors, in line with item 18 of Schedule 1 of the Local Government Municipal Structures Act 1998, Act 117 of 1998, I've received a communication date 19 December 2024 from the Independent Electoral Commission declaring Councillor N.A. Pillay, whom we earlier welcomed in this special council as a replacement of Councillor Mulodo as DA PR Councillor. 2. Resignation of Councillor N.A. Pillay. Honorable Councillors, casual vacancy had occurred in council as a result of the resignation of Councillor N.P.A. Pillay as Action SA PR Councillor. Honorable Councillors, in line with the item 18 of Schedule 1 of the Local Government Municipal Structures Act 1998, Act 117 of 1998, I have received a communication date 19 December 2024 from the Independent Electoral Commission declaring Councillor O.A.R. Mwalusi, whom we earlier welcomed in this special council meeting as the replacement of Councillor Pillay as Action SA PR Councillor. Unopposed and proposals by the Speaker and other proposals allowed by the Speaker, there is none. Yes, Councillor.
Something on this item, please. Net big here on the proposals allowed by you, Speaker. On item D, thank you very much. Thank you very much, Speaker. We want to take this opportunity to wish everyone a happy new year, councillors, and all of you colleagues. But most importantly, we want to extend our congratulatory message to Commissar Benjamin Disolwani, who in December has been elected as the member of CCT in the EFF. So the CCT chair, and that's why we deem it appropriate to state this message here. It's the highest structure in the organization. So, want to congratulate you, Commissar, and we hope that we are going to learn more from you. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Congratulations, Councillor. Leader of the executive business. Then after that, Councillor. All right. Leader of the executive.
Oh, thanks, Speaker. Good morning to you and to our colleagues. Happy New Year, colleagues. We are hoping that you have renewed energy to battle on in advancing an agenda to better people's lives. And we're looking forward to that energy in this August House. Speaker, it would be remiss of us not to congratulate the class of 2024 for the achievement on the matriculant results. There's a 3% increase on the performance compared to the 2023 year, and we believe that across the region here in Tshwane, there are many schools that have performed well. And I think as public representatives, we need to go and congratulate these learners and the educators alike, because it's important they've dedicated their time and their life for educators to uplift kids, our kids. It was I saw when I was following on social media, many young parents were congratulating their kids for attaining good results. And I think it would be better if we then go out and visit the schools, and not for any other reason, but to encourage them to work harder in this 2025 class. But it will also be remiss of us not to congratulate the African National Congress on its 113 years. This is one of the biggest liberation movement in Africa. And like Orlando Pirates has produced many soccer teams, African National Congress has liberated many people to have a voice on starting new political parties. Therefore, congratulate the leadership and its four best for ushering democracy in this country and for making sure that we get many reforms that many others are not acknowledging in bringing this South Africa to where it is today. Congratulations, African National Congress, and I thank you, Speaker.
Thank you very much. That means congratulations to the mother of all. Councillor, your hand was up.
Thank you very much, Speaker. Speaker, as actioners say, we would like to congratulate all the learners, matriculants included, but all from foundation phase, who will be starting their school journey tomorrow, and everyone who has passed, even in the tertiary education. Speaker, also as actioners say, we would like to thank the DA for blessing us with a beautiful 2025 and removing a certain councillor from our hands. It's been an absolute blessing. Thank you very much, and congratulations to Councillor Pile. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Councillor Makhalek.
Thank you very much. We will see in 2026 if it's a blessing. Thank you very much. I would like also to compliment my fellow colleagues. And Kaspedi Bare Speaker, Kivaga Evorele Morebina. Joale, Lenaka Mlesakorin Laka Lanyel, Le Sorana Lelujumoha Ofil and Mauhetilo Velaka, Matata Mudula Stool has been elected as a deputy chairperson of our national structure of Democratic Alliance Association of Councillors, which is called ADEC. At that national structure, which we believe you will be a blessing to that particular structure. But further to that, we wish also to congratulate the class of 2024, and also we also welcome Minister of Basic Education, Wanakala being Severe Kwakube, for the intervention going forward to improve early childhood development. It's of imperative because we know that our children struggle to read at a very up until going to tertiary. You find people who struggles to read and comprehend what they are reading. So this initiative by Siviwe Kwakube, Minister, it is much appreciated, and we believe that the DA will be the biggest contributor to the GNU and improve the lives of South Africans. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Let's also congratulate the teachers who did very well to motivate and teach those kids who have managed to reach the distinctions that they have received. And it's a great honor and a pleasure to say thank you from them. Thank you very much. Councillor Williams Moses.
Check mic, 1, 2, 1, 2. Thank you very much, Speaker. So I just want to welcome everybody back. Let us make 2025 the year where we will put City of Tshwane back on the map for the right things and not the things that we've been doing all along. So I just want to, from us, the Patriotic Alliance, we want to share our sincerest condolences for Queen Cynthia Trichardt of the Khoisan SA, as well as extend our well wishes to King Khoisan that is still recovering in hospital. This is the leaders of the First Nation. Thank you very much, Speaker.
Thank you very much, councillors, for those words and the condolences to the Queen or to the Queen's family, and the speedy recovery, please, with for the King to come back to us alive. And let me say compliments to all of you. As I'm sitting here, I haven't received anyone that has been injured, anyone that has been involved in a car accident, or anyone that is dead. In other words, we are all here. If someone has died and you haven't informed us, then we apologize for that. But as where we are sitting, all councillors are back in full force. And the Speaker is ready for 2025. Thank you very much. Then let's move then to our meeting. Let's move to the items that we are dealing with today. Before I'll give the speakers, I'll read the reports, but before I give the speakers to take part on or to discuss the reports, I would like the Chief Whip to have something to say about these two reports, because if you remember, we dealt with them. I think it was the Council of November, if I'm not mistaken, but something happened that made us to come back to this house for these two reports again. But I'll read the first report, and before we debate, I will ask the Chief Whip to talk to us. Thank you very much. We are on page item E, 1, correction report, annual 2023-2024 adjustment of councillors' remuneration in terms of determination of upper limits of salaries, allowance, and benefits of different members of municipal council. This report is on page 3 to 87. Recommendations are on page 16. Chief Whip.
Thank you very much, Speaker. Let me start by telling the line. Ke dumeditse Mayor wa rena, motlatsa Mayara, ebile ka mangwalo le morutiši. A ke re be le sa itse gore ntate Modise ne le morutiši, ele re barutiši le ena le mmala ke le ska la motswe. Bale ke re ngo moswa makhanselara ka moka. By so doing, Speaker, as the Chief Whip of Council, it gives me a great pleasure to table these two very important reports. And this report deals with the salaries and allowances of the councillors for the periods of 2023-2024 and also 2024-2025 financial years. Mr. Speaker, I should explain that we have separated the two reports. In response to the request made by the MEC before he can approve any increase to the salaries of our councillors. Mr. Speaker, the law dealing with the councillors' upper limits clearly states that the salary and the allowances of the councillor are determined by that municipal council resolution of a supporting vote of the majority of the members. I therefore table that report for consideration and voting. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Chief Whip. Now I would like to call Councillor A.F. Middleburg, RCT. Your 3 minutes starts now to debate this first report. Councillor.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. When I opposed the original proposal to increase councillors' remuneration in October of last year, I made the point that not just the fact of, but also the audacious extent of the increase was ugly, grabby, greedy and obnoxious, and lacked a sense of good judgment. In the context of our messy financial position, our out-of-control debt, and for the fact that we denied staff salary increments in 23 and 24 financial year, the council's eschewing an increase in the same year seemed commendable and fair in the circumstances. That this was just a cynical show became apparent when in October last year the outgoing government tabled a report proposing that an increase of 5% would after all be taken for the 2023-24 financial year backdated to 1 July 2023. And on top of that, a further increase of 5% would be taken by councillors for the 24-25 financial year backdated to 1 July 2024. In real terms, on a proper application of the resolution taken in October, councillors would have received about 36,000 Rand of back pay to date on account of the increase of 23-24's remuneration and a further 24,000 Rand on account of the additional 5% increase in monthly remuneration to January of this year, somewhere in the region, and then an additional increase from January of this year of 4,000 Rand to their salaries. That would have been a total of 60,000 Rand of back pay, which would have been received by every ordinary councillor in this January. That amount, Mr. Speaker, was excessive. It should be obvious that this kind of salary bump is a cringeworthy, avaricious excess, while the city wallows in the financial mess we are in at present, and following a refusal to give staff salary increments in the year prior. To the MEC's credit, he picked up on this overreach, and hence the report and recommendations were referred back for us to reconsider. Someone in this government at least has a sense of shame about the excessiveness of the October money grab, because the report is carefully worded not to discuss the actual communications from the MEC's office, but we can infer what had transpired from the fact that this report now rescinds the October decision to take a 5% increase for the 23-24 financial year backdated to 1 July 2023, and that read with the next report, the increase for 2024-25 financial year will not be a further 5% increase over and above the increase of the year before. For this I say to the MEC, well done, sir. At least the MEC had the good judgment in this, which is something that the majority of this council lacked in the October meeting. I support the recommendation to effectively rescind the resolution of council in October to take the 5% increase for the 23-24 financial year, and that council will now resolve to take a 0% increase for that year. And I might add that my sole vote in opposition to this avaricious excess in October last year is vindicated by this referral back of the issue. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Okay, councillors, thank you very much. Councillors, thank you. Can I now, councillors? I know money is a sensitive issue, but can we? Yeah, okay. Can we continue? Can we continue with the meeting so that we vote? We are going to vote on these items. So I don't know why are you worried. Point of order on a money item. Okay, point of order. Councillors. Councillors, can I have your order? 2025 for 2025 is too long. Can you please behave, councillors? Thank you. There is a point of order.
Yeah, thank you very much, Speaker. Maybe Councillor Middlebeck, because he's acting up, maybe he can sponsor a recommendation that will exclude her from this thing that we are participating on. We are willing to second that recommendation. He can sponsor a recommendation now to see if it's not double standing. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Can we then move on? Councillor Marishane, you are next. Your 3 minutes.
Thank you very much, Speaker. Let me first take this opportunity to boast about the pride of us in Mamelodi. One of our matriculants from Councillor Sizetiani, Ward 67, to be specific, from Jafta Mahlangu, is the best performing learner in physical science in the whole of the country. We'll make proper arrangements and we'll bring the young man to council together with Comrade Sizetiani for us to congratulate him properly, Executive Mayor, while you prepare yourselves to shower him with the necessary goods that he deserves. The decision is not just about numbers. It reflects our commitment in recognizing the hard work and dedication that each and every one of us brings into our role as elected representatives to our communities. As we know, the remuneration of municipal council members is guided by the upper limits determined annually by the relevant authorities, Speaker. These adjustments are made in consideration of various economic factors, including inflation, cost of living adjustments, and the broader fiscal capabilities of our municipality. It is essential that we ensure that our remuneration framework remains competitive and fair, enabling us to attract dedicated individuals who are passionate about serving our communities and are ready to go an extra mile, like many of us are doing. The proposed adjustments for the upcoming financial year have been carefully reviewed against the recommendations set forth by the Minister of Cooperative Governance and Traditional Affairs. The new upper limits aims to strike a balance between providing adequate compensation for the responsibilities shouldered by councillors and maintaining prudent financial management within our municipality. Speaker, let's take a moment to reflect on the role of councillors in local government. Each of you is tasked with representing the voices of your constituencies, addressing their needs on a daily basis, and working towards the betterment of our community. You attend countless meetings, engage with residents, and make decisions that have an lasting effect on the lives of those you serve. This is no small feat and requires a significant commitment of your time and energy. In light of these factors, the ANC proposes that we approve the recommended adjustments to councillors' remuneration for 2024-2025 financial year. This adjustment not only acknowledges the value of your work, but also enhances the ability to ensure that our local government functions effectively and efficiently. A well-compensated council member is one that is focused on efforts on policy making, on governance without distraction of financial uncertainty, and serving the community on a daily basis. It is also important to note, Speaker, that these adjustments are being made in conjunction with our overall budgetary considerations. We must be responsible stewards of public funds, ensuring that every rand spent contributes to the welfare of our communities. The proposed adjustments, Speaker, have been designed to align our fiscal strategy, ensuring sustainability while honoring the commitments we make to you as elected officials and our communities out there. In conclusion, Speaker, let us embrace this opportunity to affirm our commitment to good governance and to honor the hard work and dedication of our councillors. Together we can pave the way for a prosperous and thriving community in the city of Tshwane. I thank you.
Thank you very much, Deputy Chief Whip. I'm not sure, because we are still on item 1, you are already addressing us on item 2. We are still on item 1, so were you addressing us on item 1? Or because you are both on both items in terms of speaking. Now we are still on item 1, which is 2023-2024 financial year. So when are you already addressed us on item 2? It's fine. Okay, thank you very much. Honorable councillors, it should be noted that in accordance with Section 7.3 of the Remuneration of Public Office Bearers Act 1998, Act 20 of 1998, the salary and allowance of members of the Municipal Council is determined by the Municipal Council by resolution of supportive vote of a majority on the council member, i.e. at least 108 councillors in the case of the city of Tshwane. I will therefore now subject this approval of this report to vote. For purpose of this voting process, I am requesting councillors who support the recommendations to raise their hand so that they can be counted. If you support the recommendations, please raise your hand. We are speaking of item 1. Please lower your hands. Lower your hands. Just for the records, those, lower your hands. Those who are against the recommendations. Thank you. So in other words, the report has been passed by 177 votes. Thank you very much. Let's move to item 2. Annual adjustment of councillors' remuneration in terms of determination of upper limit of salaries, allowance and benefits of different members of municipal council for the 2024-2025 financial year. This report is on page 88 to page 120. Recommendations are on page 95. On speakers, I've got Councillor Ace. Your 3 minutes starts now.
Speaker, can we request a 5-minute caucus? 5 minutes.
Granted.
5 minutes.
Granted.
Thank you.
Councillor Matsibatil. Councillor Matsibatil. I'll give 5 minutes to Pelile, so if you are extending, tell me. No. Now, thank you very much, councillors. Can you ring the bells? Thank you, councillors. Councillor Matsibatil. Thank you. May you please take your seats. Thanks. Councillor Matsibatil, sit back. Thank you very much. Someone must give me a feedback. Councillor Matsibatil.
Thank you very much, Speaker. We have deliberated, and I think we are all in one voice. A recommendation will come once you are done with the process of speakers. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. As I've already tabled the report to you, now the speakers that I have, Councillor Pimea, and I also have Councillor Jackie Ace. We've got Deputy Chief Whip Marishane. I'll start with you, Councillor Ace.
Thank you very much, Speaker. I just want to state that the claims made in this council earlier that the previous government attempted to give salary increases for the 2023-2024 financial year is completely false. With that, the report in front of us, item 2, I would like to bring a recommendation just to ensure that the recommendations and the body of the report speaks to each other. Therefore, I propose that recommendation number 3 is deleted and replaced with that councillors' remuneration for cell phones be in line with upper limits at R3,600 per month, backdated to 1 July 2024. And that's proposed by myself and seconded by Councillor Ofense Matsibatela. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Let's read the recommendation. I'd like to propose an amendment to recommendation 3. I propose that we delete recommendation 3 in item. Recommendation 3 in its entirety and replace it with the following. That councillors' remuneration for cell phones be in line with the upper limits at 3,600 per month, backdated to 1st July 2024, proposed by Councillor J. Ace and seconded by Councillor Matsibati. And then I will call then the speakers that are remaining as recommended. As amended, sorry, as amended? Okay. Thank you. Councillor Pimea. Press once, please.
Thank you, Honourable Speaker, and a blessed new year to all the members of this House. Speaker, the Freedom Front Plus opposes the proposed increase in salaries, allowances and benefits to different members of councils for the following reasons. Firstly, our current Eskom debt is close to R7 billion, which is equal to approximately 14% of the budget for the current fiscal year. Although an agreement was reached with Eskom on 26 November 2024 by means of a court order, it is important to note the conditions of the court order, which are firstly, that all current accounts must be paid in full within 30 days of the due date, and secondly, if Trana defaults on the arrangement of current payments, the deal will be terminated and the full outstanding amount will become immediately payable. Speaker, if it gets to the point where the second condition needs to be enforced, namely where the full outstanding amount will be payable immediately, It will be disastrous on the city's financial position and could result in Eskom putting a hold on the city's bank accounts. This in turn might lead to the city's bankruptcy. There is no way in which the city can adhere to such a condition in terms of its existing cash flow or even its long-term cash flow position. To underline this point, we furthermore see no proof in revenue enhancement to improve the city's cash flow position. Speaker, secondly, the city is in the process of insourcing 100 cleaners at a cost of 7.8 million rand calculated in terms of the current financial book year. And this is a typical service which should be outsourced, as is the current case. Instead of insourcing non-service delivery employees, our focus should be on appointing employees for service delivery purposes, such as artisans. Service delivery is our main focus, where we currently fail our honest, timeous rates and services paying residents dismally. As a council, we should endeavour. More importantly, it is our responsibility as custodians of the city coffers to increase our revenue and save on our expenses wherever and whenever within our capability. Speaker, although in holding back on the increases on members of the city salaries might seem to be a drop in the ocean, the message we will convey to our residents will be that our main focus is on serving our communities who voted for us, to represent them in steering our beloved city. In closing, we as the Freedom Front Plus cannot identify as morally or ethically to the recommendations of the report until such time that our financial position is of such a nature to responsibly allow for the proposed increases. Kindly note the Freedom Front Plus dissenting vote on this report when it comes to voting. Thank you, Honourable Speaker.
Thank you very much. Let's move to Councillor S. Okay, Leader of the Executive.
No, thanks, Speaker. I rise on a point of information here. The form was here in council when we were dealing with adoption of the budget, and he voted for that budget. Then what changed heart? Or why does he think we should change the resolutions of his government, because he was in government? And if it's possible, we can take a note that FF Plus don't want this increase. Then we separate them, they don't get this increase. Because the messaging out in the public would be that this current government wants luxuries and at the expense of service delivery. So let's remove them if they don't want an increase from the budget that they've adopted, approved. This year in July, we adopted a new budget, or last year in July. Then we should not play with weights and throw others under the bus for something that all of us here we deserve. The salary disparity between ourselves in Cape Town is 8,500. With Joburg, it's 6,000. Because we sacrificed about 6 years of not getting an increase. Look at the CPI increases every year, financial year. These councillors have carried expenses in terms of the CPI, doing the work of the community. So if he doesn't want that money, reasonably they must say so. They must not use excuses and very wrong reasons why we are doing this thing. Because it's not about the newly formed government. It's about all of us and our welfare here. So if they don't want it, they must say they don't want it. We then remove them here. That they made a mistake in July when we were adopting the budget. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I'll now call Councillor Mikkelbeck.
Didn't mention my name as on the list. I did submit my name for both items. Thank you.
Unfortunately, I don't have your name on the second item. But let me call Councillor Marishani, then I'll call you because it's 2025. Thank you very much. Councillor Marishani.
Thanks, Speaker.
My earlier presentation covers this report. I just wanted to take note of that so that we don't waste time.
All right.
But just as an advice,
Okay.
as Freedom Front Plus, we would like to sponsor an additional recommendation number 4, that as a caucus, Councillor Mimir, Councillor so-and-so, Councillor so-and-so be excluded from this increase. It can't be the leader of executive business who speaks on behalf of them. I agree with him, but they must make that recommendation, and will support, gladly so.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. Let me call Councillor Mickelbeck.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I opposed the original proposal to increase councillors' remuneration in October last year, and for the same reason raised then, I opposed this increase. In October, I made the point that the city was not in a financial position to give an increase in remuneration to councillors, nor did council's performance warrant such an increase. The context has not changed to warrant a change in my position. In the next few days, our audit report will be received. I have no doubt that it will once again be qualified. In the last year, we carried over more than 11 billion in unpaid consumer debtors, the highest ever such carry forward, pointing to a struggling taxpayer base. At the same time, we increased our unpaid creditors at the end of the year by about 2.5 billion to over 15 billion, with a budget that will inevitably push this figure higher to above 17 billion at the end of this financial year, without us possessing any means to settle that debt. And then, to top that off, we are vastly underspending on maintenance and the capital renewal of the city. As a basic principle of sound financial management of any enterprise, whether public or private, you first pay your creditors before you pay yourself. If you cannot pay your creditors, there is simply no case to be made out to increase your own remuneration. I see and hear nothing from the current government that indicates that any improvement might be on the cards. In fact, we are on a trajectory to do worse. I don't want to repeat myself with what I said in October last year, but an increase to councillors now is in bad taste and in bad judgment. In the circumstances, I will vote against this proposal, and I request that my vote against will once again be minuted. Thank you.
Thank you very much. That was the last speaker on this item. Honorable councillors, it should be noted that in accordance with Section 7.3 of the Remuneration of Public Office Bearers Act 1998, Act 20 of 1998, the salary and allowance of members of the municipal council is determined by the municipal council by resolution of a supporting vote on a majority of the council members, i.e. at least 108 councillors in the case of City of Tshwane. I will therefore now subject this approval of this report to the vote. For the purpose of the voting process, I am requesting councillors who support the recommendations to raise their hands so that they can be counted. Phakamisani izandla. Nami ndiyayifuna. Nami ndiyayifuna. Nami ndiyayifuna. Nami ndiyayifuna. Nindibale madoda. may lower your hands, please. Those who are against? You may lower your hands. Is there anyone who's abstaining? Abstain is 0. Those who are in favor, it's 166. Those who are against is 13. So it has passed with 166. Honorable councillors, I thank you for your valuable input during this council meeting. The meeting is concluded, so the meeting is adjourned.